Welcome back, third graders, to C2 Novel and Vocab Week 9. How has everyone been doing? Good. I hope you're having a great week. I am too. If you're new, continue and listen and follow along. If you have been watching, go ahead and skip. So hi, my name is Miss Kimberly, and the goal of our session is to have students understand each word in our novel vocabulary workbook and to be cognizant to know some of the phrases from the novel that are difficult for students to understand. So we'll be going over, obviously, week 9 words in today's video, and for the novel, please click on the next video. So what are we going to do? We're going to go over week 9 vocabulary, the extra example sentences, and also have you review and self-study by yourself. So here, why are we doing this? Why do we need to watch this video? For vocabulary acquisition, meaning to learn and really absorb all of our words. To learn the definition, the synonym, the antonym, and the part of speech of the word. This can hugely, significantly improve your reading comprehension and enhance your contextual usage to understand how these different words can be used in different sentences. Also, with the extra example sentences, this will help with your writing variation. By looking at a variety different of example sentences with the one specific vocabulary word, students can learn how to use the word in different sentence structures and use it in your essays. So, let's get started. Everyone, please, in your vocabulary workbook, please turn to week 9, which is on page 52. I'll give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, start. The first word is exemplary. Everyone say exemplary. Exemplary. The synonym is model, and our antonym is poor. The part of speech is adjective, and the definition says very good and suitable to be copied by other people. So exemplary means awesome, great, wonderful. The example sentence says, the teacher praised Angela for her exemplary behavior. That means Angela was really, really good in class. She had awesome behavior, exemplary, meaning other students should also copy and follow along with her. And the teacher praised her and said, good job, Angela, and complimented her. Okay, so I hope everyone here also has exemplary behavior. Please repeat after me. The teacher praised Angela for her exemplary behavior. Good. Example at the bottom. Emily's exemplary piano performance led her to get first place at the recital. That means she was so good at the piano recital and her performance was awesome. So she got first place, meaning others should also follow and copy her piano practicing or her skills. The second example sentence says, in order to get Student of the Month award, you need to demonstrate exemplary behavior in class, right? But that's not the only thing, though. You should be great in class, participation, good homework answers, great monthly tests and vocab tests, and etc. Okay? So you need to demonstrate, show exemplary behavior in class. Everyone say exemplary. Good job. Let's move on to number 2. Devious. Everyone say devious. The synonym is sly, and the antonym is honest. The part of speech is adjective, and the definition says using indirect ways to get what you want without showing your real purpose. So you're trying to get what you want, but not really show people that you want it. The example sentence says, the devious fox had a plan to catch its prey. So the fox had some kind of sly and tricky way trying to catch its prey. Okay? Without being caught. Please repeat after me. The devious fox had a plan to catch its prey. Good job. Example sentence at the bottom, number 1, it says, John's devious idea to avoid eating vegetables was to hide them under his napkin at dinner. So here John has a devious plan, trying to do what he wants without other people knowing, which was to hide his vegetables because he didn't want to eat it. Devious. Example sentence 2 says, her devious plan was to share her candy with her little brother to distract him while she played with his toys. So her trick of her plan was to, hey, little brother, here's my candy. Go ahead and eat it. But she just wanted him to not know that she was playing with the toys. So doing something to get what you want without other people knowing. Okay? Everyone say devious. Devious. Wonderful. This can also kind of tie in with what you're reading and into reading. And maybe you guys can share with TJ about how one of the characters in your into reading book was devious. For maybe for M.I.? Number 3. Listless. Everyone say listless. And the synonym is spiritless, and the antonym is lively. And it's an adjective meaning having no energy and enthusiasm and unwilling to do anything needing effort. Meaning, I'm just so lazy, I don't want to do anything, I just want to lay in bed. Have you ever felt listless before? I'm sure you have. The example sentence says, Sam seemed listless after losing his wife in an accident. So this is a very heavy and sad sentence, meaning this man, Sam, was very sad and had no energy to do anything in his life because he lost his wife in an accident. Okay? Repeat after me. Sam seemed listless after losing his wife in an accident. Good. Example 1. After a long day at school, Sam was listless and didn't have the energy to start his homework right away. Oh, both say Sam. So here, I know school's so tiring and you come home and you're like, I just want to lay down and eat a snack. But then your parents maybe are like, you should do your homework. But you're just listless. You have no energy to do it yet. Maybe you could get more energy after eating a snack and resting a little bit. Example 2 says, Jimmy's listless expression showed that he wasn't excited to do the chores. So maybe he was like, his mom was like, hey Jimmy, make sure that you clean your room. And then he was like, okay. But that was a listless expression, his facial expression showing that he doesn't want to do it. Good. Number 4, everyone say commotion. Commotion. And the synonym is bustle, and the antonym is peace. Peace. And it is a noun, and it means a sudden, short period of noise, confusion, or excited movement. So commotion being very loud. There's so many things happening at the moment. The example sentence says, the celebrity's arrival caused commotion amongst the fans. So maybe you see, I don't know, BTS, or who else is really popular these days? I'm not sure. So pretend BTS came in, everyone's like, wow, yeah, whoa! It's really loud, everyone's going crazy, and it's chaotic. Okay? So another synonym for commotion would be chaos, because it is a noun. Repeat after me. The celebrity's arrival caused commotion amongst the fans. Example 1. Jack's dog caused a commotion at the park when he chased the squirrel up a tree. So the dog's going, ah, and trying to chase the squirrel. Example 2. There is a commotion when the fire alarm suddenly rang. So say that we're in school, we're just doing our homework, and all of us going, the fire alarm. Everyone's like, is there a fire? Is there a fire? What do we do? What do we do? There's a lot of commotion. Everyone's there's a lot of hustle and bustle. And it's a lot of chaos. Everyone repeat after me and say, commotion. Good. Number 5 is destruction. And the synonym is demolition. meaning breaking down buildings. And the antonym is construction, to build a building. And it is a noun, the act of destroying something or the fact of being destroyed. So like I just said, and as you can see in this picture, destruction means there's a lot of destroying, and it's going from what it used to be and it's crumbling down. The example sentence says, the huge fire left a trail of destruction. So you can see that because of the fire, a lot of the buildings were destroyed. This is a short sentence. Repeat after me. The huge fire left a trail of destruction. Good. Example 1 at the bottom says, the tornado's path of destruction left houses in ruins. So both of these sentences from the top and here at the bottom mean basically the same thing. Because of something, this fire or this tornado, there was destruction. But the reason why we have so many example sentences here is to show that we can use a different type of sentence structure to kind of mean the same type of sentence. Okay? Example 2 says, in order for the new building to be constructed, there needed to be the destruction of the old. So in order to have the big building come up, we needed to demolish, and there needed to be destruction of the old ones that were already there. Everyone say destruction. Number 6, tug. Tug. And the synonym is pull, and the antonym is push, and it is a verb. As you can see in this picture, this man is tugging at something to pull something quickly and usually with a lot of force. So it says, the boy tugged his heavy suitcase down the street. Because it's so heavy, he's like pulling, pulling, pulling. If you go to the airport, you may have to tug your suitcase from the baggage claim belt because it's very heavy. Oh, I just gave you another extra sentence. Repeat after me. The boy tugged his heavy suitcase down the street. High five. And example 1, during the game Tug of War, the two teams tugged with all their strength to win. So, Tug of War is a game where there's a rope and there's two teams on each side, and they're trying to pull the rope to each side. So as you can see where we get this name from, Tug of War, it's a war of tugging. Example 2 says, I tugged at my jacket zipper because it wouldn't close properly. Oh my goodness, I know in the wintertime I always try to pull my zipper up and it gets stuck. So I always have to tug at it. Pull it with a lot of force. Everyone say tug. Next one, number 7 is complication. And the synonym here is complexity. It is a noun and it means something that makes a situation more difficult. So complication, something that happens and makes the whole situation and events like, I need to do more work, or it's so much more harder now. Complication. Example sentence says, my doctor told me to let him know if any complications arise after the surgery. So this could be if you have a surgery and you maybe have like a really big headache, or you're starting to like feel dizzy. These are different types of complications that may happen. So the doctor said to come quickly if that happens. So repeat after me. My doctor told me to let him know if any complications arise after the surgery. Good job. Example 1. The rain and strong winds ended up being a complication that canceled her flight. Oh no. So say that you had to go somewhere on an airplane, but because of this rain and wind, it was a complication that maybe it canceled your flight, or maybe it delayed your flight for a later time. So it's just making the situation a lot more difficult of traveling. Or here, same type of feel in the sentence. The fact that the airplane was late added a further complication to our journey. So here maybe they had already so many different complications adding up, and then at the very end they're like, oh, even our plane is late. Oh my goodness, this is going to further complicate the verb form, our hotel reservations, and so on and so forth. Okay, complication. Good. Number 8, everyone say theory. Theory. The last word on page 52, and the synonym is hypothesis, and it is a noun. An idea that explains facts or conditions based on many tests or based on some kind of research that has been done. So it's an idea that you have. The professor had a theory about his scientific experiments. Okay, so he thought and he had this idea because of the experiments that he has done before. So repeat after me. The professor had a theory about his scientific experiment. Good. Example 1 at the bottom. After the experiment, the scientist's theory was proven to be correct. So I had this idea, and after all of these experiments that I've done, my theory was correct. My idea was right because of my results of the experiment. Number 2, Chester in Bunnicula had a theory that Bunnicula was a vampire. So Chester had this whole idea that Bunnicula was a vampire because of X, Y, and Z that he had seen happen. You guys are doing so well. If you need a break, just stop now. If you're ready to keep going and listen, let's keep going. On the top of page 53 is number 9, and it says therapy. Everyone say therapy. It's a noun, and it is a treatment that helps someone feel better in the mind, grow stronger physically, and so on, especially after some kind of illness or because you've had some sickness before. The example sentence says, after a serious accident, Eric needed months of physical therapy. What is physical therapy? Physical therapy is when you go, the doctors will help you maybe stretch out some muscles that were hurting, or maybe that you couldn't walk for a while, so you needed help walking again. It's anything with your body that helps you get stronger. Example 1, it says, John's therapy took place in a warm swimming pool to help him strengthen his muscles. So maybe he's walking in the pool for some water therapy. There's many different types of therapy also. Example 2, Sylvia enjoyed art therapy, where she could express her emotions by creating colorful paintings. So maybe she was feeling a bit sad these days and she wanted some kind of outlet to let her feelings come out. So she went to art therapy. In our book, somebody had to go to therapy. Who was it? No, not Mr. Monroe. Yes, Chester. We'll talk about that in the next video. Number 10, cellophane is this type of plastic wrap. It's a noun, a thin, transparent material used for covering food and other items. All the students wrapped their gifts in cellophane and tied a ribbon around it. Because it's a nice gift. You have to wrap it. You can't just give... Actually, you can give a present without wrapping it, but to make it fancy and pretty and decorative. Example 2 at the bottom, Luke's mom used cellophane to cover the sandwiches for their picnic so that they wouldn't get soggy. And I know that some of your parents may be making you sandwiches and covering it with this plastic wrap as well. Example 2, Emma's science experiment involved using cellophane to show how light can pass through different materials. So maybe we had a light. I have a light in front of me right now too. To show that light can go through it, because as you can see, it is transparent. And what does transparent mean? Yes, it is clear and you can see through. Number 11. Good job, everyone. Keep it up. You guys are doing so great. I'm so proud. The word is definitive. Definitive, and it is an adjective that means firm and final. There is no definitive proof that coffee is bad for one's health. I did not know that. But the caffeine, anyways. So there's no firm or final proof or research that shows that coffee is really bad for someone's health. But I do know coffee is not good for growing children because of the caffeine. Everyone repeat after me. There is no definitive proof that coffee is bad for one's health. The bottom, using a map is a definitive guide for hiking trips. So if you had a map, paper map, or what does everyone use? They use their cell phone map. That is a firm guide, and it's something that you can trust to go through your hiking trips, so you know which way to go. Or the encyclopedia is a definitive source for accurate information. So I know that sometimes we look up some information on the internet, but there could be some websites that are not good websites and have false information. So an encyclopedia or something that was published would be better for definitive source. Something that is firm and something trustworthy. Number 12, everyone say rob of. So whenever we see that little squiggly, it's called tilde, we will say rob of. And it's a phrasal verb because it has 2 words. And it means to take away. Always rushing to finish your novel may rob you of the chance to enjoy the story. So say that we're reading the book, we're like, oh, I just need to hurry up and read it for homework. Okay, I'm done. That way, that will rob you of enjoying the story. It'll take away that chance and that opportunity for you to really enjoy the book. So repeat after me. Always rushing to finish your novel may rob you of the chance to enjoy the story. Very good. Example 1. Jojo didn't want to rob her friend of her turn on the swing, so she waited patiently. So maybe Jojo was like, oh, it's my turn to go on the swing. But Jojo didn't want to rob her friend of the chance to be on the swing, so she said, okay, you can go. And she just waited. Example 2, don't let procrastination rob you of the opportunity to achieve your dreams. So what is procrastination? Good. Procrastination means to be lazy and not do something right away. So you're just waiting, you're like, I can do it later. So don't let that behavior rob you of the opportunity and the chance to achieve your dreams. It's a very happy sentence. 13 is commute. Everyone say commute. Yes, this is your TED Talks book or TED Talks word. And it is a noun and it means the daily trip to and from work or school. So going to school and coming back home from school. Or going to work and then coming back home from work. The commute to school by bus takes around 2 hours. Oh my goodness. I know some of you ride a big bus to go to school and your commute is around 30 minutes, I think. Some of you, or maybe some of you have a very short commute to school and you just walk to school. Example 1, every morning Sean's dad has to commute by car to the city for his job. So maybe they live over in like a nice neighborhood and he has to drive to work. His commute. Number 2, my family decided to move closer to my mom's workplace so that she could have a shorter commute. So maybe they lived really far away, but then they moved closer to her work so that she can go back and forth. Her commute will be shorter. Everyone say commute. 14. Shame. Everyone say shame. And the synonym is guilt, and it is a noun that means a bad feeling because of something you have done. I felt shame after failing my vocabulary test. Oh no, why did I fail? And you're like, oh, I don't know what to do. I feel so bad. But it's okay. You don't have to feel bad, okay? But if you fail it every week, then that's not good. Especially if you watch this video. So repeat after me. I felt shame after failing my vocabulary test. Example 1 at the bottom. Donald felt a deep sense of shame when he accidentally knocked over his brother's sandcastle. So he was walking and all of a sudden he knocked it over. You're like, oh no, little brother, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I did that. Example 2. Donald's mom reassured him that everyone makes mistakes and that there's no need to carry shame with him. So maybe after the first sentence, Donald's mom was like, it's okay, mistakes happen. You don't have to feel shame for that. Okay? Shame. Number 15. Recall. Recall means to recollect, and the antonym is forget. So here, this synonym is not recollect, okay? Recollect. Recollect. And it's a verb to remember. Do you recall the day we shared our secrets? So it's like, do you remember the day we told each other our secrets? Do you remember? Repeat after me. Do you recall the day we shared our secrets? Do you recall our first video that we did together for week 2? I hope so. Example at the bottom. The student couldn't recall the part of speech for the word. She was like taking the test like, oh, was this a verb or was this a noun or oh, maybe it was an adjective. I don't remember. I don't recall. Example 2. I tried to recall the lyrics of the popular song so that I could sing along with the radio. So like you hear the song, you're like, oh, what were the words again? I don't remember. I have to try to recall, try to remember it. Lyrics here means the words of a song. Are we already on our last word? Everyone say emerge. Emerge. And the synonym is arise, and it is a verb, and it means to appear. So here, say that this is the horizon. The sun emerged from the distance. So the sun was starting to come up, or maybe in this sentence, the sun was trying to peek through the clouds. It emerged. It was hiding, but now it's like, peekaboo, I'm here. Emerge. To appear, to come out. Repeat after me. The sun emerged from the distance. Example 1. I was amazed while watching the beautiful butterfly emerge from its chrysalis. So basically, you saw that the caterpillar was in its cocoon, its chrysalis, and all of a sudden it turned into a butterfly. It emerged. It came out of it. And number 2, you can tell it's finally spring when the vibrant flowers start to emerge. So you know, all the flowers start to and they come out to emerge, to appear. How are we already done? Oh my goodness. Great job. I'm so proud that you guys made it to the end, but let us repeat all of the words first. Repeat after me. Exemplary. Devious. Listless. Commotion. Destruction. Tug. Complication. Theory. Therapy. Cellophane. Definitive. Rob of. Commute. Shame. Recall. And emerge. Good job. High five for you, and oh, high five for you. So now what do we have to do? As you already know, it's time for you to self-study. Review all the words again in the book. Read it all out loud again in complete sentences. And then do your homework pages on page 54 and 55. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me again this week for week 9. Can't wait to see you guys again for week 10. And continue doing your best. I'm really so happy to see that you guys are watching the video and doing better on your vocabulary tests. I hear all the stories. Okay? Thank you again. Have a great day. Bye.